Volunteering at any level is a selfless act with not much acknowledgement, if any at all. It truly is an honor, especially being amongst the other award recipients here tonight. Congratulations to you both. I grew up on 6th Street in FRACKVILLE, and I was one of 5 kids. We attended church at St. Joe's. I attended the FRACKVILLE Elementary. I belonged to the Girl Scout troop, played FRACKVILLE girls softball, biddy basketball, and CYO basketball. I grew up playing in the Memorial Park and riding our bikes home when the streetlights came on. Fast forward to my adult years, I ran a FRACKVILLE-based business, became a member of the FBPA, coached FRACKVILLE girls softball and biddy basketball, became a member of this Elks Lodge, and still attend church in FRACKVILLE. I am very proud to be part of this community, and I'm humbled to be able to give back to a town that has helped me become the person that I am today. I wouldn't be here tonight without the unwavering support of my family and friends, some of whom are here tonight. I would especially like to thank Paul, Haley, and Mallory. The 3 of them have to put up with all of my crazy ideas and sacrifice so much family time to go along with all of my volunteer commitments. They are also there to support my events and help when they can. Paul gave up trying to talk me out of things over the years. Now when I say I have an idea or you know what we should do, he just replies, tell me where I need to be and what I have to do. They have gotten used to me spending all night cooking and preparing for an event and all the Amazon packages being delivered. Some nights our house is a crazy, chaotic mess, but they have just learned to stay out of my way, and this I appreciate. To my sister Missy, who is usually behind the scenes helping me carry out these crazy ideas, offering suggestions, her culinary expertise, and also some adult beverages. I appreciate you more than you know. To my parents who are no longer with us, I want to thank them for raising me within this community and showing me what community support means. I regret that they are not here to see all of my accomplishments and my accolades, but I know that they are cheering me on from above as they were my biggest fans. My 2 greatest accomplishments are my daughters, Haley and Mallory, who are here with me tonight. They are my biggest inspirations, and I hope that I am making them proud and I'm not a total embarrassment to them. I'd also like to thank FRACKVILLE's Mayor, Kim Phillips, who goes along with all of my ideas that involve the community and is always ready to pitch in and help when she can. Her support and her dedication to this community is unsurpassed and completely admirable. To my fellow members of the FBPA board, we took over this organization 2 years ago when it was ready to fold. In that time, we managed to have 2 successful Mardi Gras events, continue the annual Pumpkin Festival, ran a Phillies bus trip, and held our first ever Christmas on the Mountain event. Because of our efforts, we managed to raise almost $20,000 toward Newtown Christmas lights. I could not have done this without Mark Andrew Kavich, who is the president, and my sidekick, Susan Powis, she's the secretary, neither of which who could be here tonight due to prior commitments. There are 2 other very special people that I would like to acknowledge. One is no longer with us, and I'm pretty sure many of you know him, the late and great John Schuma. John's daughter and I have been best friends since kindergarten. Over the years, I probably spent more time at their house than my own. As you know, John was a big sports guy, and once old enough, his daughter and I began playing softball together. She was a pitcher and I was a catcher. John frequently took us to many camps, clinics, coached us, and became one of my mentors. At the age of 13, my father passed away, and John quickly took me under his wing. I became part of their family. In 2007, when John retired, I became co-owner of his company, Dynamark Security, which is now DM2 Security. Over the years, I watched the family man that he was, as well as the businessman and overall just a decent human being. I knew that that's who I wanted to be like when I grew up. He taught me how to be a good person, how to treat people right, and always give back when you can. In 2019, I was inducted into the Pennsylvania Sports Hall of Fame. Luckily, he and my mom were there to watch me receive that award. Coincidentally, I was there to watch him receive that same award 10 years prior. I was fortunate enough to have him guide me for well over 30 years, professionally and personally. Whether it is overseeing the company that he spent so many years building, a role as a mom, or a community member, I hope that I continue to make him proud every day. The other person that I'd like to acknowledge is my current business partner, Tom Bartolacci. Some of you may know him as a former FRACKVILLE businessman, owning TJ Bart's Supermarket, which is now Boyer's. I began my professional career working for him shortly after my father passed away. You may have recognized me from my first role as the TJ Bart's Supermarket Easter Bunny. I would dress up like the Easter Bunny and hop around the supermarket and hand out candy to the children at the store. I was completely mortified when my boyfriend at the time walked in to see me at work. Needless to say, that relationship did not work out. Once I became legal to actually work, I started my career as a cashier at TJ Bart's. I eventually began working in the customer service desk, and once I graduated high school, I decided to stay local and help my mom so I could work during the day, and I took night classes at McCann School of Business for accounting and business management. Tom was in the process of acquiring several more grocery stores, and not long after I graduated, I was promoted to work in the business office as an office assistant. I quickly climbed the business ladder and eventually ended up as a bookkeeper for all 5 of his supermarkets. This remained my position from 1999 until 2006, when he finally retired from the supermarket business. In 2007, we purchased Dynamark Security from John Schuma and changed the name to DM2 Security. We are now in our 18th year in business, and we've been growing ever since. Tom has not only taught me the difference between an income statement and a balance sheet, how to increase my gross profit, or how to have a positive cash flow, but he also taught me how to succeed in life. First and foremost, to put my family first. He taught me the bigger the risk, the greater the reward. Some business decisions pay off and some don't. That doesn't make them bad decisions, it just means it wasn't the right time. I often tease that I learned more from attending the Tom Bartolacci School of Business than I did in an accredited school. He was always there to give me a push when I needed it, and an atta-girl when deserved. I have much respect for him and all he has done for me to become successful in life. I can honestly say that if it wasn't for him, I don't know where I would be today. I have spent most of my teenage years and my adult years without my father, but having these 2 men mentor me and guide me helped fill that void in my life. I will forever be grateful for the 2 of them. They say that you're only as good as the people you surround yourself with, and over the years, I've surrounded myself with some pretty amazing people. I am truly grateful and blessed to have had you all in my life. Thank you.
Wendy, on behalf of Representative Tim Twardzik of the House of Representatives, I'd like to present you with an accomplishment certification from the House of Representatives of the state of Pennsylvania. And on behalf of Senator David Argel, I'd like to also present a congratulation from the Senate of Pennsylvania in regards to your award also.